Does it feel legit now?
Yes, it does. I got it off my shoulders. I did it in a jiu-jitsu fashion. You know, I represented my 10th planet roots, so I was stoked. It was amazing.
Because she was so tenacious and so tough, it made it such a great fight as well.
Yes, like, I mean, and I called this from the beginning. I was like, dude, this girl is so tough. She's double jointed. Even when I switched, because this reminded me of Jessica Middleton when I was trying to armbar her and she wasn't tapping. Then I switched it to the side. Even when I switched it to the side, Lara didn't tap. So I was just like, oh shit. So we just kind of hung out for a little bit, and I was trying to look behind me at the clock. Couldn't find the clock. But I'm like, how much time do I have left? But I think it was more of like if I just chipped away, kept chipping away, that eventually it was going to happen.
You guys may well end up fighting 2 or 3 times the way things are going in this division now.
I know, right? This division is so random. You know, someone will pop up and start taking people down. So I mean, I've always thought that this division was deep. But people were like, why did she get a shot? And I'm like, I think there's like 4 or 5 girls that could have got a shot, you know? So, but I think I know who my next opponent is. I think it's Valerie. I said from the beginning I'm going to probably get the winner, or the winner of my fight was going to get the winner of the Letourneau and Warhorse fight. So,
final one for me. What would you pick? Being on the September 29th card, or headlining in Honolulu, or wherever you want to headline?
Hands down, headlining in Honolulu. It's cool. September's way too soon too. You know me, I like to take a little hiatus for a few months, go like travel somewhere off the grid. So yeah, no, I mean, September would be an amazing opportunity, but like I said, that's a little soon for my taste, and I would much rather headline a Hawaii card, hands down.
You had a lot of respect for her coming into the fight, but I mean, did she end up being tougher than even you imagined?
Yeah, especially on the ground. Like, I thought I was going to dominate her on the ground, but she, you know, you could tell that they worked basic fundamentals, you know, like not getting trapped in that and crazy funky moves, you know, and like I said, she was very flexible, athletic, so it was hard to kind of twist her. But yeah, that second round, then I started, once I went back to basics and just got the basic side control, leg stable, then that's when I started feeling confident. Just take it back to basics and fundamentals.
Her undoing might have been the spinning back fist. Did you see that coming, or were you, were you going in anyway?
Yeah, because I saw her switch her stance, and so as soon as she switched her stance, I actually didn't expect her to come out southpaw, and so because I never saw her go southpaw in her last fight, so I'm like, okay, what's she doing? But then as soon as she switched her stance to orthodox, then that's when I was like, all right, she's going to do something. I think it's going to be spinning, and sure enough, so I just went ducked underneath.
And the armbar, as you said, I mean, it was so tight for so long. Were you close to saying, I just got to get out of this position and bail on it?
Yeah, it was actually right when I was going for the armbar that I'm like, ah, shit, what am I doing? Because I was like, she's not going to tap to this. So right as I transitioned to armbar, I was like, why did I give up that position? I should have just kept, you know, ground and pounding, because I could kind of see out of the corner of my eye, the ref was kind of like getting a little closer. So I'm like, okay, he might stop this a little bit, but I went for the armbar because her arm was up, and then I kind of regretted it. But then when I saw I had a lot of time left, I was like, all right, let's just keep working for this. It can only go so much before it snaps. So.
Yeah, I don't think anybody will argue with you about going to Hawaii, but I wonder, I mean, have you had any conversations with Scott about it? I mean, is it something that he said, hey, maybe we might be able to do this?
You know, not directly, but indirectly. You know, I've talked to some of the staff at Bellator, and they kind of gave me their. Of course, everybody wants to go to Hawaii, but I mean, I think it comes down to logistics. You know, they just have to figure it out. And I know that like the tourism bureau is giving problems to, you know, when the UFC tried doing it. So I think it just comes down to logistics, and you know, there's no doubt in my mind that everybody wants to do a Bellator Hawaii. So we just got to find a way to make it happen.
Obviously, this is a bipartisan crowd for you. I mean, we probably had the largest pop of the night. I mean, what did that mean for you to be able to have so much support here?
It's very emotional. I actually was like tearing up in my walkout in the back. I was tearing up, you know, when I heard the crowd. So it was very emotional, but it doesn't. I don't let it get in the way of my fighting. It's almost a sense of relief when I do kind of get it out. So it felt good when I did start crying a little bit. Then I was like, okay, like this is it. This is good. I'm getting it out of my system. Let's do this.
What did it mean for you to have BJ Penn in the crowd watching you?
Oh my gosh, I was totally starstruck earlier. So this was maybe around 3:30, 4 o'clock. I got hungry, so I went down to the lobby, and already I'm super annoyed. I mean, because I'm trying to get in the zone, and everybody's coming up to me asking for pictures, and I'm just trying to get food and like go straight up to my room. And then Rich, the matchmaker, he comes up and says, hey Ilima, one of my friends really wants to meet you. So I'm just like, and I turn around and it's BJ. I'm like, oh my gosh, BJ Penn, hi! Oh, so I totally fangirled over him. That's the first time I met him ever. And so, yeah, totally fangirled. I asked for a picture. And then actually after I armbarred her, I got up and I was looking for my scholarship recipients, the two girls, because they were sitting cage side. So I'm looking for them. And I was walking around the cage and then I saw BJ and BJ looked at me, he pointed at me, and I'm just like, yeah, BJ. So it was a really cool connection.
Ilima, going back to the fight, you were talking a lot about you didn't feel enough opponents put forward pressure on her.
Yes.
She kind of tried to do a little bit of the opposite. Did that surprise you? And I guess what kind of adjustments did you feel in the cage in the first?
No, like I didn't really go into this even knowing what she was gonna do, so I was kind of just ready for anything. But my corner, Bill yelled over. He's like, she doesn't like getting hit. She doesn't like it, and I could tell because as soon as she would try to do a low leg kick, and I would just step in with an overhand left, and I hit her a few times, and she like backed up and was hesitant after that. So I knew that as long as I just kept throwing, she could hit me with anything, but my shots were landing harder than she was.
As an opponent during the weigh-in, obviously you guys had that moment with the flower. Do you feel on your part any animosity or anything, or just what was your thought on her doing everything like that?
Oh, I thought she was adorable. Like, I think she was so cool and so cute. We have a really good relationship with her team, the Grassos, so it was nothing but good vibes this entire fight week. I was so happy that she did bring a little bit of her culture in, because obviously, I always bring my culture in. So it was very cool. It was like a cultural exchange, and which I think is beautiful. That's what I live for. So I just think I wish more fighters would kind of be like that, just nothing but good vibes and support each other, and no animosity at all whatsoever.
Do you want to talk about the other? Did you manage to see the other fight when you were warming up or not?
Yes, I did.
So they had the same thing this week as well, and it did stand out to a lot of us how the four of you were kind of brilliant athletes and professional fighters this week, and women. And I don't know if that resonates with you, as that's the template you want to set.
100%. And even with all the other ladies, Carrie, Tiani, everyone, it was really cool. At least I felt that we had this camaraderie, and this resilience together. And I talked to all of them. We took pictures. We were asking each other like, "How's your weight going?" And I felt like it wasn't anything competitive either. Like, we weren't trying to be nosy. Like, oh, like how much do you have? It was like really like, how are you doing? Are you okay? Do you need anything? And it was cool. Me and Valerie were cutting weight in the same room. We were warming up next to each other, and we very well knew that we were probably going to fight each other in the future, but that didn't change anything. We were all super cool, and I really liked that. Again, that camaraderie and that girl power, we all had this week.
She's very experienced.
Yes.
It is likely that you'll fight her next.
Yeah.
What have you got to do against her? What are you going to have to really up your game?
Yeah. Like you said, she's very skilled, and I think
she was tonight particularly.
Oh yeah, and that was such a great fight with Christina, and I give props to both of them. But one thing that I don't think Valerie has been really challenged with yet is an opponent that is very good on the ground. They kept the fight standing most of the time. Same with Kate Jackson. They kind of kept the fight standing. And so, obviously if she goes against me, she's probably going to be working on takedown defense, not going to the ground. But like I said, she hasn't gone against the opponent yet who's given her a challenge on the ground. So I think that's what's going to make it interesting.
Ilima, in the last several fights, it's safe to say you've gotten a lot more attention. You're an even bigger star for Bellator. There's a lot been made about the free agent signings, the big names who come over, but talk about what's it mean to you to be just the Bellator homegrown star, especially on a night like tonight?
Yeah, everybody always asks me, oh, are you going to go to the UFC? What's your plans? I'm like, why would I go to the UFC for? You're seeing more and more fighters come from the UFC over to Bellator. Not just any fighter, like high-profile fighters, Hall of Fame fighters are coming over to Bellator. So I think that's just saying a lot about where our organization is going. And why would I want to leave the people who believed in me and signed me from the beginning, you know? I don't think I would have even got a second look from other promotions, you know, but Bellator was the one, Scott was the one that believed in me. So yeah, I'm Bellator through and through.
And also the bobblehead, how are you going to present that
Yeah.
conversation to Scott Coker?
I don't know, maybe I'll do some social media. I didn't have the balls to say it on the microphone, but you know, everyone was supportive of the Bellator Hawaii thing, so I'm like, okay, one step at a time.
How would it look? How have you envisaged it?
So, is anyone wearing one of my shirts? Dang. Okay, well, I have a green pineapple princess shirt where I have a pineapple in my hand and I'm like this, so I envisioned it like this.
Will the ladies of flyweight be the first to start a Grand Prix? Do you think?
Yeah, you know, so can they make a tournament even though there's already a champ?
They were roaring.
So, but like, would the winner challenge me, or I have to be like in
They're
it?
still figuring that out.
Yeah.
Could be a tournament belt or something like that too.
Okay, but would I still remain champion even though?
Every time you win.
I don't know. That seems like a lot of work. I like the path of least resistance, you know. So we'll see. I mean, that would be cool. I think that would, like I said, the division's really deep and it's kind of, you know, up for grabs as far as contenders go. So that'd be cool.
Main eventing this card, I mean, you know, obviously you've submitted yourself as well, like one of the top stars here, amongst, you know, so many stars here right now. I mean, what does that mean to you to kind of just show how your main event status, how much support you're getting, and more importantly, you had mentioned before that, you know, you'd love to see an all-female card, a main card at some point. So, can you comment on that?
Yeah, that would be sick if there was an all-female card. You know, I think we proved tonight that, yeah, we were probably... Actually, no, the guys did pretty good tonight, too. I was like, yeah, the girls did amazing. We were fighting the nights, but I thought the guys did good. But you know, we do have the talent and the star power to have our own main card, so that would be pretty dope, too. Maybe a main card of females in Hawaii. Yes.
2 more.
Oh, real fast, though, I'm going to bring in some of my guests. My girls, Cakes and Shayna. Monica can come, too. Yeah. So these 2 beautiful girls are actually my scholarship recipients for the Ilima-Lei Scholarship. They are my Southern California recipients. 2 other recipients are from Hawaii and one is from Panama, so they couldn't be here tonight. And then Monica, she was my dancer who escorted me out and blessed my path to the cage. And yeah, I just want everybody to meet them. And I'm probably gonna get super emotional, start crying, but yeah, like these are my girls. I'm so happy they could come, and you know, we represented the Native and Indigenous girls and women and the missing and murdered Indigenous women movement, the hashtag MMIW, just, yep, there you go, just bringing awareness, you know, and my intertribal youth group, they were all there. So Tiani's going up, Tiani, the Maui girl, she's about to fight, so I really want to catch her fight, but yeah, I just wanted everybody to see these beautiful girls that came out.
To those watching this who don't know why you did it, can you explain why you did it?
Yes, I decided to start a scholarship with my bonus money from winning the belt to help young Native girls. They face a lot of violence and a lot of disparities. So I just wanted to bring awareness to them and like show them that they can do anything they want. I wanted them to see all these strong women in the cage and to show them that they could do anything they wanted to. So, yeah.
It obviously doesn't mean much to you.
Yeah.
But it's brilliant to see that emotion because, you know, that's what I was trying to talk to you about just now, the strength of women that we've seen all week through this fight week.
Yeah, hashtag girl power. Let's get it going. Yeah. So, yeah, thanks
Thank you very
everyone.
much. Thank you,
Yeah.
Ilima. Thank you.